Good evening, everyone. Welcome to isoTalks 16, Engineering Knowledge to Industry Impact, Crafting the Right Skills. This year is a special one for all of us, as the Faculty of Engineering, University of Peradeniya, proudly celebrates its 75th Jubilee, marking decades of academic excellence, innovation, and leadership in engineering education. As one of the most prestigious engineering faculties in the country, it has produced generations of skilled engineers who have made remarkable contributions both globally and locally. In accordance with the 75th anniversary, this year, our isoTalk series thesis is aligned emphasizing the celebratory significance. In line with this tradition of excellence, we are excited to bring to you another enriching isoTalk session organized by the Society of Chemical and Process Engineering students in collaboration with the IESL student chapter, University of Peradeniya. Today, we explore how engineering knowledge translates into real-world industry impact, equipping future engineers with the right skills to thrive in the field. To begin today's session, I would now like to invite Ms. Hiruni Dulanja, a member of the isoTalks coordination team, to deliver the welcome speech.
Good evening, everyone. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to 16th talk of isoTalk series, Engineering Knowledge to Industrial Impact, Crafting the Right Skills. This insightful talk series is part of the isoTalks initiative, which aims to narrow the gap between academic learning and industry practices. Through this session, we connect our participants with academia and industry experts, offering them valuable insights into real-world applications, trends, and challenges in the field of chemical and process engineering. We are delighted to organize this event with collaboration with IESL Young Membership Section, further strengthening our commitment to bridge the gap between academia and industry. First, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Parakram Karunaratne, Head of the Department of Chemical and Process Engineering. Next, I'm honored to welcome Professor Nadesh Adasurya, Senior Treasurer of Society of Chemical and Process Engineering students. His support has been essential in making initiatives like isoTalk possible. And I would also like to welcome all the academic staff members and instructors. Finally, I would like to warmly welcome our esteemed guest speaker, Engineer Hasini De Silva. We all thrilled to have you here with us today. Your expertise and experience will surely inspire and guide us as we begin our own journeys in industry. Thank you everyone who has joined us today. I hope this session will be insightful and enriching for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hiruni. Next, I invite the Secretary of the IESL Students Chapter, University of Peradeniya, to share a few words with us.
Thank you, Abhishana. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of IESL Student Chapter at University of Peradeniya, I am honored to welcome you all to today's session. This series provides a valuable platform to bridge the gap between the academic knowledge and the industrial applications. isoTalks has been a well-known initiative organized by the Chemical Engineering Department of Chemical and Process Engineering. This year, we are proud to partner up with the Chemical Engineering Department to further enhance its success as we celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of the faculty. In this milestone year, we are collaborating with multiple societies representing various departments to organize the diverse range of events. isoTalks and Equitia One are just the beginning of this exciting lineup. I truly appreciate I truly appreciate the dedication and enthusiasm of staffs in organizing this event. Their commitment will no doubt be reflected in physical events as well. And we are eager to continue supporting. A heartfelt thank you for our distinguished speaker and the organizing team, and finally, all of you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guest speaker for today's evening. We are honored to welcome Engineer Hasini De Silva, who is a process engineer in the Process and Energy Department at Siam City Cement Lanka Limited at Puttalam Cement Works. What makes this session even more special is that she is one of our very own seniors from our Department of Chemical and Process Engineering, having graduated from our faculty. With extensive experience in process optimization and energy efficiency, she plays a pivotal role in driving industrial advancements. Today, she will be sharing her insights on turning engineering knowledge into industrial impact. Without further ado, let's welcome Engineer Hasini De Silva to take us through her journey.
Okay, thank you, Abhishana, for the introduction, and very good evening to all of you. According to the Abhishana's introduction, I am Hasini De Silva and currently working as the process engineer in Process and Energy Department in Puttalam Cement Plant. And I am always proud to say that I am a product of Department of Chemical and Process Engineering, University of Peradeniya. Let me start the session like this. When I was an undergraduate in Department of Chemical and Process Engineering, I was the comparer when we organized the isoTalk sessions. Like Abhishana, I still remember how I invite the guest speaker to the audience. So time passed, we graduated and we entered to the industry and we're now working as engineers. And today I am honored to be here as the guest speaker to share my learnings, experience, and insights with you people who are eagerly waiting to step into the industry and working as industrial professionals. So without further ado, we will start the session. So the today topic is turning engineering knowledge into industrial impact. So you can see in first slide, the topic is industry is evolving. So what is mean by industry is evolving? Okay, let me say like this. Imagine you are standing on the edge of a flowing river. So what you can see, when you're standing on the edge of a flowing river, you can see water is rushing forward. And there are so many obstacles and barriers to water to flow towards to the sea. But what the river is doing is, it breaks all the barriers and shape up a new path to flow by seeking the sea. So is the industry. Industry is evolving, industry is transforming, and industry is revolutionizing. So in a rapidly changing world and a rapidly changing market, industry is seeking experts, professionals to driving industry through a path into a successful end. For that, in an evolving industry, industry is welcoming people with fresh mindset, positive attitude and energy, and also who has passion to make difference with innovative ideas. And also, most special thing is industry is welcoming technically fluent and people who has thirsty to learn. if I explain these points, what is meant by industry is welcoming people with fresh mindset. So people with fresh mindset means people who love to think out of the box, and also people who introduce collaboration, resilience, leadership, and teamwork to the industry. And also people who always question why and how instead of questioning what. And the people with fresh mindset is always flexible, and always they are allowed to adapt with new technologies, and they allow to adapt with innovations and drive through a successful path. So majority of the people who have fresh mindset as people are people like you. People like you who entered the industry as fresh graduates are the people with fresh mindset. You have technical expertise, and you have the ability to think out of box, and you have the flexibility with go with new technologies, and you have good adaptability. So make in mind, industry is always welcoming fresh graduates, because in an evolving industry need new and fresh mindset. And also industry need technically fluent and the people who have thirsty to learn. When you end up with your academic program successfully, all of you, most of the people have the technically soundness. They have the technically know-how. After going through a 4 years of period course, you shape with the skills and knowledge. You shape your skills and knowledge to perform in the industry. So you are fluent with technical knowledge and also engineering fundamentals. But the point is, industry is seeking for people who have thirsty to learn. Learning makes growing. So in an evolving industry needs new technology, new innovation, and people with fresh mindset to compete with competitive market and to sustain and evolve in a changing world. So what industry is focusing on people who love to learn. Industry is focusing on continuous learners, and industry is seeking people who has thirsty to learn. So the important point is industry is seeking continuous learners. So as undergraduates, you enter to the industry as process engineers with technical expertise and technical competency. But when you enter to the industry, you have to continue the never-ending learning process to sustain in the industry and to mark a brand and identity in the industry. And also, industry is seeking people with innovative ideas. To sustain in an evolving industry, and also to drive your industry into a successful path, we need innovative ideas. Without outdated machines, without outdated processes, we cannot sustain in an evolving industry. As much as people with outdated ideas, there is no matter. So industry is seeking people with innovative ideas. And the most important thing is industry is seeking people with positive attitude and energy, and also people who has the passion to make a difference. All the people who graduated as engineering graduates and stepping into the industry, all the people are technically fluent. They are fluent with engineering fundamentals. And also most of the people is level up with their soft skills. But the important thing that you differ from other is your positive attitude and energy. Positive and attitude and energy can do miracles in the industry. What you need is positive attitude, and what you need is passion to make difference. These things can do miracles in the industry, and these positive attitudes can make brands and identical industrial professionals in the industry. So industry is evolving. Industry is seeking not just process engineers. Industry is seeking not just industrial professionals. They are seeking good problem solvers, critical thinkers, people with innovative ideas, and they are seeking game changers. So, are you ready to be a game changer? And are you ready to be a responsible and effective participant in an evolving industry? So, industry is evolving. Are you ready to be evolved with that evolving industry? So, let's take some time and reflect about this topic. So, you are now in an academic life. After graduation from 1, 2, or 3 years, you will definitely step into the industry as a process engineer or whatever else. You will step into the industry as an industrial professional. So, trust me, I also went through this transformational change. Once I was an undergraduate, then I was graduated, and then I entered to the industry as an industrial professional. This is a transformational change in your life. Why I am saying that it is a transformational change? Let's talk about it. In academia, what you are doing is you are going through a knowledge acquisition process. You have well-structured modules. At the very beginning of the module, you have given intended learning outcomes. So at the very beginning of the module, you know what is the content of the module and what are the intended learning outcomes of this module. So well-structured modules, well-structured exams, and also scheduled assignments, scheduled projects, and you are in a well-structured and simulated environment. And what you are doing is you gain knowledge and you master your skills within this four years of period. When you enter the industry, what is happening is you are exposing to a real world applications. What you have to do is you have to utilize your gained knowledge into real world engineering applications. So in university, as undergraduates, you are exposed to a structured environment. Your environment is structured and you have schedule and you can plan what you are doing and you can work according to a plan. Most of the time you can work according to a plan. But when we step into the industry has 100% of uncertainty. It is an environment with uncertainty. You cannot predict what would be the problem occurs in next minute. What would be the market trend in next day? What will happen to the market? How it will affect to the production process? How it will affect to the company? How it will affect to the revenue and profit gain of the company? So industry is a place which have 100% of uncertainty. When you enter to the industry as a process engineer, you have to embrace this uncertainty and take this uncertainty as a challenge and make that challenge into an opportunity. For example, when you step into the industry, you cannot predict what would happen in the next minute in the production process. So if something happened in the next minute, you have to give a solution for that arised problem. So you have to be a quick problem solver, maybe after analyzing data. The thing is that you must have the ability to give the solution at right time, at right point. And the important thing is what is the impact of your solution to the process. So in the industry, the most important thing is not how much you know. It is not about how much you know. It is about how you apply your knowledge and utilize them in a real world application at right time, right moment in a right way, and how you give impact by giving solution into the process. And also, in university, as students, most of the time you have exposed to the simulated environment. You have exposed to the lecture halls, laboratories, maybe to discussion classes, like that. You are exposed to the simulated environment. But the thing is that when you expose to the industry, when you step into the industry, whatever the industry, there is a high risk real world operation. So there is a high risk real world operation, and you are the process engineer, and there is a responsibility in your hand. So you are when you step into the industry, there is exposure to real world risky environment, risky operation, and always make mind there is a responsibility in your hand. Let me share my personal experience. In my final interview in Siam Cement Lanka Limited in Puttalam Cement plant, the interview was with plant manager and the director of human resources. So the most of the question that plant manager asked from me is based on health and safety. He asked, this plant consists of so many rotating equipments. So as a process engineer, you have to attend to some inspections, and also this plant has so many confined space. So as process engineer, you must have to enter those confined space for inspection, and you have to expose so many work at height moments. So what are the safety precautions and what are the safety procedures you follow? So as an undergraduate, I have followed the course health and safety. So when I step into the industry, I already have the fundamental knowledge. I have learned what are the safety precautions we can get when we are exposing to those risky tasks. I have learned about isolation and lockout, and what are the safety precautions and procedures we follow when we enter into the confined space, and what are the safety precautions and procedures we follow when we do some work at height. So theoretical knowledge, I have that. I was equipped with that theoretical knowledge. So what plant manager examined is how can I am able to apply that knowledge in a real world application. So that is the reality of industry. You have the knowledge, you have the competency, you have the expertise. But the thing is that they are examined whether you are confident enough to apply those fundamental theories and the knowledge into real world applications. And also, when you are in university as an undergraduate, you have time for your skill development. You have enough time for long-term skill development. You have well-structured modules to shape you and sharp you as an engineer. But when you step into the industry, as I previously explained, the environment has 100% of uncertainty. We don't know what would be the problem occurred in next minute. So you have to be an immediate decision maker and problem solver. So in the industry, you have to get quick action, immediate action, and the responsibility is in your hand. So you have to be an immediate decision maker and good problem solver. And also, when you are in the university as a student, most of the time you have exposed to your friends and also the academic staff. In academic staff and you, it is a relationship like teacher-student relationship. It is very friendly. And also in our department, it is very friendly, as I know. And also you are exposed to your friends. Same age, same thinking, most of the time, same preferences, same attitude. So you have limited stakeholder interaction when you are in the university. But when you enter to the industry as an industrial professional, you have to deal with high level of stakeholder interactions. It means sometimes you may have to deal with suppliers. Sometimes you may have to deal with customers. And also you have to deal with stakeholders internally in different departments of your company. So the stakeholder interaction also have a very big transformational change when you step into the industry from academia to the industry. Okay. So you can understand when we step into academia to the industry, there is a change which we can say that it is a change with 360 degrees. It is not just a career change. It will change your mindset. It will affect to change your responsibilities, your accountabilities. Maybe sometimes when you step into the most times when you step academia to industry, your daily life routine also changed. So it is a big change, big transformational change, which will affect as a 360 degrees to your life. So to perform in the industry as a brand, to perform in the industry as an identical industrial professional, we have to identify where is the gap. When we step into academia to industry, we have to identify where is the gap. So if we can bridge this gap, yes, we will win at the industry as industrial professionals. So let's see how can we bridge this gap when we step into industry from academia. As I say, what we have to do in the industry is apply our engineering knowledge into real world application. That is the basic. You have to apply your engineering fundamental knowledge that you have acquired as an undergraduate. You have to apply those things in the real world applications. So industrial training is the first and one and only exposure that we get in our undergraduate life to get the experience how we apply those engineering fundamentals in real world applications. Before entering to the industry, it is the one and only place and one and only time that we get the exposure to the industry. And we have almost 2 industrial trainings, one with 2.5 months. So I request from undergraduate, please get the maximum from this industrial training. In university, you full with engineering knowledge. In that, when you enter to the industry as an industrial trainer, get that exposure. Always try to learn how to apply those engineering fundamentals in real world applications. It is like an art. When you step into the industry as an industrial trainer, you can feel it as art, and you enter to a real world application and you can see where heat balance is applied, where mass balance is applied, where industrial fluid dynamic is applied, and what is the gap between the knowledge that we have gained and how it changed when we apply to the real world applications. Sometimes as an industrial trainer, you may not guide by that company, but be a self-learner. Go and talk with process engineers. Go and talk process engineers and arise questions and how those things happen. I think all the most of the people in the industry are very helpful and they are willing to give the hand to all the trainers. So take the maximum from your industrial training sessions because it is the one and only time that you have to gain the experience how you can apply those gained knowledge into real world applications. And also, as a technical person, to enhance your technical excellence, you can master the skill of problem solving and also the master of skills of data analysis. As I say, as engineers, we have to embrace the uncertainty in the industry. So we have to give solutions to the problem. So to give solution, we have to analyze the current scenarios. What are the historical data? What are the variations in the system at the current moment? So give solutions. First, as engineers, what we have to do is we have to analyze. We have to analyze the trends. Sometimes we may have to analyze graphs. Sometimes we may have to do statistical analysis. So master the skill of problem solving with data analysis and modeling. So as undergraduates, I know you have modules as process engineering design project and also research project. In process engineering design project, go deep and you feel the art of this process engineering. In process engineering design project, you may get the exposure to design a whole plant with different kind of unit operations. There you can understand how process variables and process variables varies and how one unit operation interact with the other unit operations. Is if there are any process variation, how it affect to the next unit operations. Those things will feel when you do this process engineering design project. And also in research project, it is a great opportunity to develop your data analysis skills. In research project, you do some experiments and get sets of data. Then to get a results, what you are doing is you do some analysis. You may be plot a graph or do some statistical analysis. So from those research projects and design project, what is happening is without knowing, you are developing your problem solving and data analysis skills. So master the skills as a students before step into the industry, which will be the plus points to perform in the industry and create a brand of yours. And also when you step into the department as a chemical and process engineering students, at the very beginning of the course modules, what you learn about is unit operations. After that, second year, third year, fourth year, you are living with unit operations. So always try to understand the unit operation, how unit operation interact with each other, how process variables interact to the product, to the process of that unit operation, how temperature, pressure, flow rates affect to the production process, and how we can do process optimization, how we can make inefficiencies to the efficiencies, and how we can make a waste into a raw material of another unit operations. Those things are very interesting. So dive deep into this art. Process engineering is an art. When you dive deep, you can find the magic in this art. I think most of the students who follow chemical and process engineering is the students who have passion for it. I think most of the students do their best and maximum to gain the maximum and to shape and sharp as a great chemical and process engineer when you step into the industry. So I talk about mastering people handling also as much as important as technical excellence. In engineering, you technical competency, your technical expertise, confidence about chemistry, your people handling skills will define your success. When you enter to the industry, you have to deal with different management levels. Most of the time, as fresh graduates, when you enter to the industry as process engineers, you will enter to the middle management level who get the leadership of execution. So you have to deal with the people in top management level, managers, and also people in non-management and front management levels. So the way you communicate, the way you present to the top management level differs how you deal with the non-management level. So what you have to understand is how to communicate and how to deal with these management levels, and you have to understand what are the points I have to deliver to each level and their work dynamics. And also, when you enter to the industry, there is a variety. It is a variety of society. There are people with different generations, millennials, Gen Z, and seniors. I don't know, it represents different kind of generations, and people with 20 to 30 years of experience, and newcomers like fresh graduates, fresh engineering graduates, other fresh graduates. And also the working styles, personalities, attitudes of people differ from one to another. So what you have to do is you have to examine the personalities, what are the attitudes of these people, and what is the working style of these people. You have to examine those things, and you can get approach to each other people according to that examinations. So people are different. That is the nature of the world. We cannot change it. So what we have to do is we have to adapt with by mastering good people handling skills. So people handling skills also a art. It should come from your inner soul. We cannot teach you how to handle personalities and how to handle different attitudes, how to identify different work styles of people. We cannot teach you those things. What we can say is there are these kinds of things. There are such kind of personalities. So it is up to you to identify those personalities and manage different approaches to different kind of personalities. And also the most important thing is the conflict resolutions. So in the industry, it is a teamwork. It is a collaborations. In industry, at final, the important thing is how much of profit we gain and how much revenue we gain and how we produce our final product with low cost as much as the company can. So this is a teamwork. So when working as a team, there are so many conflicts when people give different kind of ideas. So as a when you enter to the industry, you will be in the middle management level and you will be a responsible person. So the conflict resolution is very important. So you have to be a good listener. You have to listen each and every idea of people. And you have to get the point is you have to consider the importance of that idea without considering the person who is giving the idea. Despite of considering the person who is giving the idea, always try to listen and prioritize the importance of that idea, and always try to make conflicts into productive conversation and create a positive impact from it to the organization. And also constructive communication. So you have to develop your communication skills. The way you communicate, present your personality. So I say when you enter to the industry, you have to examine the personality of people, different kind of attitudes and work styles before approaching people. Like that, other people's also doing like this. So the way your attitude, your constructive communication, how you resolve conflicts, it will reflect your personality as well. So to create a positive personality in an organization, to create a brand, the constructive communication also very important. And the most important thing is always keep in mind you are working with human beings. So don't forget to keep your emotional intelligence with you. With an environment full of machineries, you are working with human beings. So don't forget it. Keep emotional intelligence with you. So attitude as an industrial professional is very important to create your own brand as an industrial professional. Technical skills, we can learn and gain. Soft skills, we can practice with practice and doing some programs or like that. Soft skills also can be improved into a certain level. Soft skills, technical skills, these things can improve because you have the capacity, you have the competency. But attitude, it should come from your inner soul. So attitude is the most important thing, and it reflects your personality in the industry. Your skills, your technical expertise will open the door to your industry, but the right attitude determines how far you go. Your positive attitude will open up new opportunities. You can drive towards a path of success immediately if you have positive attitude. Attitude can do miracles in the industry. Trust me, attitude can do miracles in the industry. What you have as fresh graduates who enter to the industry as process engineers, what you want is positive attitude. Positive attitude will open up new opportunities. So, manage your professionalism and work ethics as an industrial professional when you enter to the industry. And the adaptability and open mindset is very important. When you transfer from academia to industry, embrace that transformation. This is the nature of industry. You have to embrace it. I know it is challenge. It is challengeable. So get that challenge as an opportunity. So accepting this challenge will open me up new doors to success. So adapt to the environment with open mindset and embrace challenges. And also keep consistent passion and positive attitudes toward continuous learning. Always be a good learner. It is the only driving force for a growth path. When you learn, you can grow. You get a degree, you graduated, then enter to the industry, and now I am an engineer. You cannot think now my learning process is over. No, to create a brand, to make an identical industrial professional, you have to be a continuous learner, and industry is expecting from us to be a continuous learner. And also always keep in mind, as an industrial professional, you always have to do a teamwork. It is a teamwork. It is a teamwork of production, process, maintenance, commercial, sales, procurement. We all have responsibilities to make the industry, to drive the company into a successful path and finally to gain profits. It is a teamwork. So you always keep in mind, as an industrial professional, there is no any single journey. It is a teamwork. Keep that attitude with you. And also, as process engineers, try to do something for environment, something for society, and something will positively affect to the economy. So drive towards a sustainable operation. Keep a proactive mindset. If you identify a problem, give solutions for it. Don't wait till the top management give instructions to you. If you identify something, give solutions for that. Be a person with proactive mindset. Don't wait until someone is instructing to you, do it like this. So be a proactive person, and as a process engineer, be a person who drive towards sustainability. It will create your own brand, and it will create the identity in the industry for you. And also the most important thing is you should step out from this comfort zone. Now, as undergraduates, you are comfortable with your zone. You have friends. What you have to do is you have to work hard. You have to gain knowledge. And what you have to do is you are gaining knowledge and shaping you as an industrial professional. You are shaping you as a process engineer. But when you enter to the industry, the environment change from 360 degrees. So in industry, you cannot find the comfort zone which feels safe and in control. The life you spend as a student, you cannot find that comfort zone in the industry. So to be a successful person, to gain the success, what you have to do is you have to step out from this comfort zone. When you step out from comfort zone, you may feel lack of self-confidence. Huge operations, huge unit operation, risky environment, different kind of people. So you may feel lack of self-confidence. Can I do it? Can I adapt to this environment? Can I embrace these challenges? So start learning. So embrace those challenges as opportunities. Start learning, acquire new skills, and it will extend your comfort zone. Then step by step, you are adapting to the industry. You are flexible with the process in real world applications. Then step by step, you are growing up in a learning zone. When you do continuous learning and acquiring new skills, gaining new experience, it will move you forward to the growth zone. Then you can set new goals, the new opportunities will open up to you. So to start the success in the industry, first you have to do is, after stepping into the industry, please come out from the comfort zone. The miracles are happening in the learning zone, growth zone. To experience those miracles, you have to step out from this comfort zone. So as undergraduates, it may feel uncomfortable when you step into the industry. Oh my God, what is happening? As student, there are no so many conflicts. I was free, doing better. But when it comes to industry, understand that is the nature of industry. You have to understand that is the nature of industry. To gain success, what I have to do is adapt to this environment and embrace challenges. In this session, I always emphasize what appears to be difficult actually contains a hidden opportunity. That is the truth in the industry. Every time you may feel all the things are challenges. Nothing can do easy, but you have to adapt those things. So embrace all the things as challenges. Embrace the uncertainty as a challenges. Take all those challenges as opportunity to learn, opportunity to driving towards a path to success. So break all the barriers, and what appears to be difficult actually contains an opportunity. When you step into the industry, always keep that in mind. It will bring you in a path of success. So this is a summary. What you have to do is, after entering to the industry, learn and gain experience. So step by step, you can create a brand of yours in the industry. So master your technical expertise. So in the degree program, you have well-structured, great courses. Give your maximum to those things. Give your maximum to learn. Do your research projects, design projects. Give your maximum and do a great job. Please do a great job. It will master your technical expertise. And also maintain positive and professional attitude. Positive attitudes can do miracles in the industry, and always be consistent. And keep effective communication. Keep continuous learning. Never stop your learning process. It will keep you growing day by day. And always create positive workplace relationship which reflect a positive personality of yours to the industry. Always be a proactive person. Do something without getting instruction. Be a good problem solver. Be a good critical analyzer. And always keep in mind that you are dealing with people in the industry. Keep your emotional intelligence with you. And always try to deliver results by giving solution at right time, at right place, and always try to give an impact to the industry. And finally, when you're stepping into the industry, first I say it will transform your life from 360. At the very first days, you may feel it, oh my God, it's difficult. But day by day, when you are adapting to the industry, you can feel the real art of the industry and you can adapt and go in a flexible path. But always keep in mind, you should keep the work-life balance. Always find the harmony in a demanding career. The true success is when you can create a brand in the industry. You can create a role model in the industry. You can be a role model in the industry. You can create a brand. But the true success is when you can win at work without losing yourself. So keep in mind, work-life balance is very important, which it is directly affect to the success in the industry. You may work 24/7 hours. You're working. At some point, it comes, you will get exhausted. So then you get demotivated and it will negatively affect to the success in the career. So when you keep work-life balance at the very beginning of your industrial life, it will help you. It will positively help you to gain success in the industry and to create a brand. So always keep in mind, don't let work define your entire identity. You may have your hobbies. So always think about yourself. Give some time to you in the day. It may think when you have to prioritize the work in your career, you have to prioritize those things, but don't forget yourself. And always keep mind your health is your real wealth. Always when you are working in a risk environment, don't forget to wear PPEs. When you have to wear mask, wear those things, and always concern about your health. And also don't forget your loved ones are waiting outside for you. The spend time with loved ones is never wasted. So always keep that work-life balance. Give some time for your loved ones, your parents, maybe your partner, your wife, husband. Give some time to them. And also make a brand, create a brand, be a role model, and also make some time what fuels you. And the most special things, don't wait for retirement to start living. It will never happen. Keep a work-life balance, enjoy your career, enjoy your life, and create a brand, being a role model, create an identity in the industry. So wishing you all the best who are eagerly waiting to stepping into the industry. So what I have to say is embrace that challenge, get all the challenges as opportunities, and create your own brand in the industry. You can do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam, for the insightful talk. It is honestly your experiences and your expertise has given us a clear picture as to how these principles are applied in the industry. And now the floor is open for any questions. You all can either share it in the chat box or unmute yourselves and ask it in the forum itself.
Miss Abhijana, can I make a quick comment since I have to attend for
Yes,
another
sir.
meeting? I'm very happy to make a comment. Yes. So first of all, thank you, Hasini, for accepting the invitation and delivering a very insightful talk. I initially expected to have like a more towards technical, the discussion, but and then I noticed that your talk well aligned with work-life balance and the attitudes because those are really interesting topic. Like when you get into the world of work, uh, there was there were a lot of insights for the budding engineers, and especially you talk about branding. I really love that topic, and at the same time you mentioned very correctly the importance of you can be a brand, but at the end if you lose yourself, no point. So I really love that point, Miss Hasini. And of course in personal level, during recent the industrial implant, the visit to INSEE, I personally notice how informed you are, and being in the ground level, I saw like a future very confident engineer in you. So this is not a question or the problem I mean to ask. I mean simply I wanted to compliment. Thank you, Hasini. Since I have to attend another meeting, I wanted to make this comment, in the first place. Thank you very much for supporting Scapes and be with us. And whenever there is a chance, please support, the next generation. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. That inspiring words. It keep me encouraging to do more in the industry. So we are growing in the foundation that our academic staff lay for us. We are really grateful for that. So what I have to tell the juniors also, please get the maximum from our academic staff. You have a great staff to learn. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, Abhishana, we have the question in the chat box.
Okay.
Do we need any other qualification except BSc Engineering Dig to enter the industry? And is it an advantage to have other qualifications to enter the industry? Yes, Navodya. When you have BSc Engineering degree means you have completed all the technical expertise that you have to practice as a process engineer in the industry. But as entering to the industry and entering to a well-reputed company as a process engineer it becomes highly competitive. There are so many process engineers and they are applying. So several kind of vacancies, and the number of people applying to the vacancies have increased. So it is better if you have other qualification. It will give extra points to your CV. So it will give extra points to your CV. You can follow some lean management courses, and also you can maintain your LinkedIn profile with well-aligned manner. There are some LinkedIn courses that you can follow, and you can share the certificate in your LinkedIn profile. And if you give the link of your LinkedIn profile in the CV, the people in the company can see your LinkedIn profile, and it would add a plus point to your CV. So completing BSc Engineering degree program says that you are well technically expertise to work in the industry as a process engineer, but because of the competition, it is better if you can have other qualifications to enter the industry. I think I have answered the question. Okay, how will professional networking be important in succeeding in industry? How can we make such connection during our university time? Yes, professional networking is very important when you have to succeed in industry. So industry is evolving, marketing trends are changing, world is changing. So when you have professional networking with other engineers in different kind of companies, it is better, it will give a platform to understand where the industry is going and how the world is changing. It is better. So you as undergraduate, you are making network with your peer colleagues, so they will also enter to the industry as process engineers, and also you keep your connections with your seniors, alumni. So it will positively affect for the professional networking when you sustain in the industry. Professional networking is important to succeed in the industry. So as much as possible, you can keep those connections in university times and also continue that connection even after you enter to the industry, and make some discussions with your peer groups how the industry is evolving and what is happening in your industry, and it will open up some opportunities for you also. So keep that connections. Very important question. What are the software programs used in the industry that are not covered in the undergraduate degree program? I think in our undergraduate degree program, almost all the software programs will cover. As a process engineer in the industry, I didn't still find that another software program which is not covered in our undergraduate degree program. Sometimes some industries will use their unique software programs. If they are using like that, you will give a training when you enter to that industry. No worries. Thank you very much, madam, for those comments. And we are performing as engineers in the industry with the strong foundation that you all lay when we are undergraduates. So we are really grateful. Thank you, Madam Manike, for those compliments.
I do want to say you thank you. You conducted wonderful talk. It should be helpful for our students, those who are going to as practical chemical engineers as you. Very much impressive, Hasini.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Student, I feel so happy. You are my project student while you were in the faculty. So I feel so happy.
Thank you very much, madam. What common skill gaps do employers notice in fresh graduates? Yes, it varies from person to person. So you are responsible to work hard and work smart to bridge those gaps when you step into the industry. Be a smart engineer. Always try to understand where is the gap. When you are working in the industry, when you are getting experience day by day, you can understand where is the gap in yourself. So be smart to understand that gap and learn to bridge these gaps. So you are the person who can identify the gap in yours. Maybe the employers also notice some gaps, but when you're entering to the industry as a fresh graduates, when you gain experience day by day, you can understand where is the gap, and with the experience, you can adapt into those scenarios. No worries. Yes, how we can stand out in interviews and job applications. Important questions. In interviews, it is the first impression that you are giving to the certain organization. So in interviews, the question they ask and the skills they required may differ from organization to organization, but you have to do is you have to present your personality with confidence. You have to present you as a technically confident person. And also you have to present your soft skills. Yes, I am a good communicator. I have good problem solving skills. Maybe most of the interviewers are asking questions to identify whether you are confident enough to work in the certain industry. So what you have to do is prepare yourself to answer those questions confidently. If you have the confidence, they would understand, yes, this person is confident enough, he has the competency and also well fueled with the knowledge and have good attitude, then you will be selected. Whatever the industry, what you have to present is you have to confident. So to present it, you have to work hard and smart to gain that confidence. We can present ourselves with confidently if we have that confidence. To gain that confidence, we have to work hard and work smart. Yes, in interview, if we present you as a confident engineer, no worries, you will be hired. So what you have to present is your confidence. Any other questions?
If anyone has questions, you all can directly share it to Madam through the chat box or even unmute yourselves. So if there are no more questions now, I would like to thank once again Hasini Madam for her valuable insights that she's been sharing throughout this session. And also, as a token of appreciation, we would now like to present a small gesture of gratitude.
Yes, give me some chance. So Scapes, thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my insights and ideas and my experiences with you, and wish you all the best for all the undergraduates to perform in the industry, try to create your brand. So all the best for all the future engineers.
Thank you, Madam. And before we conclude, I would now like to invite Ms. Sajini Thirakasiri, a member of the isoTalks coordination team, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. As isoTalks 16 Engineering Knowledge to Industry Impact Crafting the Right Skills comes to an end, I'm honored to deliver this vote of thanks on behalf of the Society of Chemical and Process Engineering students. First and foremost, a sincere thank you to our guest speaker, Engineer Hasini De Silva, for sharing your experience and perspective with us today. As former graduates of our department, your journey is a motivation for us. Your perspectives on how engineering knowledge translate into industry impact and the essential skills we need to cultivate have given us a clear roadmap for our future careers. We deeply appreciate your time, guidance, and the motivation you have instilled in us. A heartfelt thank you to the ISL Student Chapter, University of Peradeniya, for collaborating us to make this event a success. A special thank you to Professor Parakrama Karunaratna, Head of the Department, and Professor Nadish Adasurya, our Senior Treasurer of SCAPES, for always guiding us through every steps. Your guidance has played a key role in making this event a success. So we are truly grateful for your support. To our academic staff, thank you for being our constant source of guidance and motivation. Your encouragement helps us to move forward with confidence. I must also acknowledge the dedication and teamwork of SCAPES committee members and the students of our department. Your hard work and commitment behind the scene made this event a success. It's a real privilege to work with such a dedicated team. And finally, to our all participants, thank you for joining us today and engaging so actively. Your enthusiasm is what drives isoTalks, making it a valuable platform for learning and inspiration. With that, I extend my deepest gratitude to everyone who contributed to making isoTalks 16 a success. Thank you once again, and we are looking forward to see you at our future events. Have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sajini. And with that, we have reached the end of isoTalk 16. Thank you all for joining us today, and we hope that this session was insightful and also has provided a deeper comprehension as to how engineering knowledge translates into industry impact. As we celebrate 75 years of engineering excellence, let us take pride in our faculty's legacy and continue striving for innovation and progress. Until we meet again for yet another exciting isoTalk, have a great evening. Thank you.